Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Naturally Frankie here. If this is your first time seeing this beautiful face here, please stay till the end and possibly become a friend, because all my Jesus lovers on this channel come in with knowledge but leave out of here with a little bit more wisdom. So sit back, relax, and let's get our Solomon on. So I'm starting a new series that is all about battling doubts. I am currently in a season in my life where God's purpose is not clear for my life. That goes for spiritually, emotionally, physically, career-wise, family, friends. I don't know where things are going or why they are the way that they are, and it has me starting to question God and what he has planned for my life. In a previous video, I explained how my life got turned completely upside down, like how it took a 180 turn. I was unable to finish school. I was in a place of isolation with no community. I had to battle comparison and envy. I battled doubt, fear. I questioned my faith. I questioned God. I questioned if I was good enough. I was working nonstop, multiple jobs, trying to work things out on my own, like fix things on my own, thinking that possibly if I made enough money that I would be able to fix the situation, since it was a financial situation. Overall, it was a tough season and I went through so much. I'm currently still feeling the aftershocks of that season, but I also learned a lot from that season, and I would love to be able to pass that on and share that with someone else, and hopefully it helps them in their situation before they get to where I was or where like I could possibly have been. The reason I think that I had so much doubt is because, one, I was never have been in a situation where I did not see God come through in a miraculous or in sometimes in your face type of way, where you couldn't scientifically prove that it was anything but God that came through in that situation. Number two, I never admitted to it, but I always thought that if you did everything right, like the church preaches all the time, then like nothing could go wrong in your life. Like I had that mindset that I was thinking that life goes in a linear fashion. So when things didn't go the way that I wanted it to go, that's when doubt started to creep into my heart and in my mind, because technically things weren't going my way, and so I was upset. And number three, I was facing a lot of self-doubt. I was comparing myself to a lot of my friends that were surrounding me, a lot of wonderful, gifted, spiritual people that were around me. And every time I saw their gifts and every time I saw what they could do and what they were good at, I started questioning, like, what am I good at? What's my purpose? Like, how do I help people? I wanted to feel important, and I wanted to be in a leadership role where other people could be like, wow, like Francesca like influenced my life. So these were some of the things that I never addressed within myself until I was placed in a position where I was isolated and I had no community to depend on, where I didn't have to uphold an image, where everybody could see plainly and clearly everything was falling apart. They could see clearly and plainly how it was affecting me and how I was responding to how the situation was going on in my life. And so I never really like had a chance to address those things while I was in school and while I was surrounded by community and while I was still in that place where I felt like I needed to be at the moment. But it wasn't until I was at home sitting out for an entire semester and feeling like, wow, all my friends are in school and I'm not. Like, I feel like a failure. I feel like I'm never gonna complete, I'm never gonna graduate, I'm never gonna get a good job, I'm never gonna, like, you know, I'm never gonna meet the one of my dreams. Like all this stuff that I was you know, I was like telling myself that I wouldn't be able to do it because I had already like surpassed a certain limit or a certain point. Like, of course, I realize now that that doesn't really make any sense, because nothing falls directly into place. Like, life is not a linear line. There are going to be zigzags and broken edges within it. So that's something that I had to realize within myself. the first step to getting your footing, to answer the question, what are you fighting for? Are you doing things in order to further yourself and build yourself up because like you know that that's what's best for you, or is it because you feel like other people expect that of you? But at the end of the day, like whatever you are good at, whatever makes you happy, or whatever you feel like you succeed in, what is that? What are you fighting towards with that? What is the end goal? What is the end game? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Where do you see yourself in 10? How is what you are doing going to impact other people? How is what you are going to do, or you are doing, going to impact your friends, your family, your siblings, your younger generation? What legacy is that going to leave? What are you fighting for? What are you fighting towards? At the end of the day, if the thing that makes your world go round, if the thing that you hold of utmost importance, if it is taken away, what else is left? Are you fulfilled? Do you feel like you have everything figured out? Do you feel like you know you're gonna know what the next step is, or do you already know what the next step is? I know that a lot of young adults nowadays are battling with their identity, because that's the first thing that the enemy attacks. He tries to make you doubt yourself. He tries to make you feel like you're not good enough. A lot of us go through phases of anxiety, depression. A lot of us feel isolated. We feel alone. We feel like our parents don't understand, friends don't understand sometimes. And the only ways that like we can escape, or the only ways that we can make ourselves feel better is by abusing substances, you know, such as weed, like cigarettes. I don't even know if that's a thing anymore. Cigarettes, vaping, drinking, stuff like that. But there are other alternatives. I would say to trust God with the situation. It's really difficult, and I'm not gonna sit here and say that it is easy, because trusting God is difficult. You can't see God, you can't hear him, you can feel him sometimes, but all that depends on your faith. That in itself creates doubt. Trust God. If you are really deep in your faith, just spend some extra time in prayer, spend some extra time in devotionals, do a fast. That helps a lot. Fast from social media, fast from soda, fast from sweets, fast from whatever it is that distracts you from God. Whatever you spend your time on every single day, what you can't go to sleep without doing, cut that out of your life. Cut it out for a week, 2 weeks, a month if you can, and just see how much of a difference that makes. But you have to be intentional as well, because if you're not intentional and you do good the first 2 days, or maybe you don't even do good the first day, but then because you didn't do good, you give yourself an excuse to cheat. That's not okay. You have to continue, and you have to do better. You have to force yourself to be like, hey, I am not controlled by the things of this world. You know, I decide what controls me. So that is going to be it for this video. I'm trying to do shorter videos because I want it to be a straight to the point, impactful type of video. I'm the type of person that talks a lot. I'm a woman of details. I love giving details. I feel like if there's not details to a story, then it's not a good story. But yeah, thank you for watching. If you like this video, like, comment, and subscribe. Give me some more ideas of things that you guys would like to see, of topics that you guys would like me to talk about. We are in this mission together. We are in this mission field together, brothers and sisters. Before Christ left, the last thing that he left for us to do was to go out and to make disciples. Go out and make disciples. It doesn't necessarily have to be strangers. You don't have to go on a mission trip all the way across the country. You don't have to go on mission trips in another state or even in other churches. The mission starts in your household. But first and foremost, our spiritual health comes first. Our spiritual health comes first. So thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.